.357 Magnum versus .38 Special in the Ruger SP101 with a 2 1/4 inch barrel. This is a test I did about 2 years ago, and I did several things wrong in the video, and I wanted to make a follow-up video, one where it's a little bit better, where I fixed some of the things that were wrong about the other one. First thing about this video is this gun was pretty new when I did the last one. I only had it about a month and a half or something, maybe 100 rounds through it. Now I have about 4,000 rounds through this thing, mostly .38 Specials. So I should be a little bit more accurate with it. The other thing I did wrong was I did just double action. Just double action, no single action. And I think I should give it a fair test in both single and double action from 7 yards and see what it does. Ammo I'm going to be using, these are .38 Specials. These are just hand-loaded .38s, semi-wad cutter. Very accurate round. .357 Magnums, I'm going to use the same ones I did last time. These are Fiat 142 grain. .357 Magnums, pretty much that's the only .357s you can buy. I marked out 7 yards exactly from the stick to where I'm going to be shooting. I just built this target holder today because I thought, well, that's a little bit better than the pizza boxes I was using before. I got safety glasses. I got at least glasses. I got a better camera, so everything about this test should be a little bit better than the last one, and hopefully that'll give a little bit better view of how a .357 is versus a .38 Special and that little Ruger. So here we go. Alright, I wanted to get the target and me shooting the gun in the same camera frame, but it's not going to happen, so I'll get me shooting the gun. First I'm going to do 10 rounds of .38 Special, single action. And then I'm going to do 10 rounds of .357 Magnum, single action, and we'll look at the targets after. I'm going to do the best I can. I'm not just going to throw them here. Take some time. See what I can do single action. Now I'm going to switch up to the .357 Magnum. Wow, my ear's ringing. Ear's ringing from those .357s. Alright, I'm going to take a look at these targets. .38 Special I shot on the bottom. Now keep in mind that these are hand loads. and I am still working on them to get a decent charge. I mean, this is not necessarily a very good group for single action. It did its job, but it's not an amazing group or anything like that. And the 357 Magnum though on top, almost a little bit better. I mean, I got most of them in the 10 ring here. Most of them are a 3-inch group, but then I got some flyers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this up, and now I'm going to do double action. Alright, I moved the camera a little bit to get a little bit cooler video shot. Now I'm going to do 10 rounds, double action, 38 special, and then do the same thing with those 357 Magnums and see how I do. Alright. I'm shooting a little faster in double action because that's my primary mode. That's 90% of what I practice in. So I am a little bit more comfortable double action. Alright, time for 357 Magnum, double action. 7 yards. Alright. Let's take a look at these. Bottom one is 38 special. Those hand loads again. Doing about a 4-inch group, most part. And then the top is 357 Magnum. Interesting thing, my first 3 shots were these 3 shots. So I thought the rest were going to go like that, but no, they started to, that's what I got there with 357 Magnum. Now, I don't feel like I was flinching on any of these shots. I don't feel like I was underskilled at taking any of these shots. I'm not an amazing shot with a gun by any means, but this is pretty much my average. So this is what you're going to get on your average, probably between a 357 and a 38. You can see the little bit tighter grouping to some degree on those 38 specials, but I mean, is it really enough to say one is better? I don't know. All right, now I'm going to do 5 rounds of 38 special and then 5 rounds of 357 Magnum. Kind of what I would call combat style. Fired very quickly with limited use of sights from only 10 feet. I'll see what the difference is between 38 and 357 Magnum. Start with the 38. Stop. Stop. Now what I have here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have one very high in the target I was intending for. You can see the size of the target next to me. One kind of in between on the wood, one up here, one down here in the very bottom. So if I was aiming for the midsection right here, I would have hit chest, upper chest, side, and I don't see the 5th round, but I couldn't have missed that much with the 5th round. So Time to do the 357 Magnum. See if there's a difference here. And keep in mind I'm not using sights, so. Alright, this time it's going to be the top target I'm intending for. Stop! Stop! No sights. What I have here is kind of interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, all high. Every one of them would have been neck shots if they had been lined up with the windage. And then there was one lower, which is basically a left shoulder hit. I'm going to try that again by slowing it down with a little bit more use of the sights and see how I do. Alright, 10 feet. This time I use some sights. Bottom target only has one hit on it so far, so I should still be good to see how I'm hitting. Alright, stop right there. Don't move. I said put it down. No! See, that one's totally different. That one I didn't just rush scared, I kept the sights on. I actually got all the hits. Do the same thing. Keep myself a little bit more calm and cool. Use the sights. 10 feet. All right, cool down. Stop. No, put it down. Put the weapon down now. So, I did get hits on all of those. Decent hits. So there's a big difference there in scared shooting and keeping your cool, keeping your sights. Right here, this was already here from me just spraying them, but these are my 5 hits. They are about a 5-inch group, maybe a little bit less, but they all would be effective for self-defense. They would all be stopping hits. Up here, this was my scared shooting, all across the top, and I had one drop. The ones with the sights, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was already here too. So these are my 5 with rapid fire 357 Magnum, just saying, hey, stop, 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 but keeping my sights on target. So is that good enough to? I mean, yeah, I'd say that's good enough for self-defense, but anyways. That's 357 versus 38. And really what I'm looking at here, from shooting scared, from shooting a little bit more in the defensive mode, but not shooting scared, from shooting single action and from shooting double action, really there's not a big difference in this gun is what I'm seeing. I mean, you can look at those targets. Yeah, I'm scattered. Okay, but between the two loads, not a huge difference. And that's a good thing. I mean, I felt the recoil on the 357 Magnums when I was shooting single action. Definitely felt the difference. But I can honestly say, when I was shooting scared, and when I was shooting defensively, but not as scared, I could not tell you which one had more recoil. They felt identical. So shooting 357 Magnum self-defense, I mean, really, recoil-wise, I think I fired them pretty quick, and I'm not seeing the muzzle jump that you always hear. Well, it's too much muzzle jump, you won't get back on target. 38. Well, I don't see that. The one thing I can't see is whether there's going to be a lot of muzzle flash. And at nighttime, there probably is, but I don't carry cheap Fiat ammo in my gun. I carry critical defense. And the main reason why I've stuck with this is because I've done a lot of videos where I'm shooting this stuff, and review the videos, even when it's not that bright of a day, I've never once seen a flash, ever. Never seen a flash with that critical defense. So I think whatever powder they're putting in that is a pretty good powder, and I'm going to continue to use those simply for that fact. But full house, full house, these are full house too, and they're going to shoot about like this. So anyways, Ruger SP101, 38 versus 357 Magnum. Not a big difference in my opinion. So, thanks for watching.